Hello, my friend. Welcome here. I'm Aimee Esther. I have multiple chronic illnesses, and I'm also 37 weeks pregnant with my third baby. This week, I had a panic attack. I had multiple breakdowns, and today I'm feeling way better mentally. I'll get to that, but a few days ago, I just started to have a bunch of breakdowns over different things, and I think, honestly, it was mostly hormones, and then my brain was trying to find meaning with it, and so it was just blaming it on all these things. And going to that place of feeling sorry for myself, and it was just kind of going to all these places trying to figure out why I was feeling this way, and so I'd have a breakdown about something different every day, which makes me really feel like it was mostly hormones. On Monday, I had a total panic attack, full-on breakdown. I burst into tears. I was feeling really overwhelmed. I was feeling stressed. What's weird is I didn't feel at all overwhelmed or stressed about the baby. I don't feel nervous about having a baby. I don't feel scared. In fact, I would love for her to come any day now. I'd be very happy if she came early. But I've had this happen before. I knew what to do. I knew it would pass. And I kind of just let myself feel all of those emotions at that time. I just thought, you know what? We're going to feel this. We're going to have this panic attack. We're going to have this anxiety. And we're just going to feel it and let it happen. We're not going to fight it. We're not going to tell ourselves that we shouldn't be feeling this way or that we need to get rid of it right away. Let's just let it happen. And I definitely was feeling better by the end of the night. And it was interesting because I did have multiple breakdowns over the week. And then I had that huge kind of full-blown panic attack. And letting myself just have that whole big meltdown was what helped me feel better. It was like I needed to just have a minute to let it all out. And if you've been here before, you know that I preach how powerful our brains are and how much more powerful our brains are than our bodies, that our mental state determines so much more than our physical state. As someone who lives chronically ill, I know this very well, and especially someone who is very pregnant, I know this. But what's interesting is, yes, I was not feeling physically good during these panic attacks and breakdowns and whatever you want to call it. I wasn't feeling physically good. I really did have a pretty rough week, but the physical part got worse and the mental part got better over the week. Today, in particular, I had probably the worst physical day I've had this whole pregnancy, and I've been in a lot of pain, and I've had a lot of fatigue, and I felt pretty crappy physically most of this pregnancy, but today was probably the worst in terms of pain. Maybe not fatigue, but pain was so bad today. I've been having this lower pelvic pain, and I have had it on and off this pregnancy. I found different ways through yoga and moving my body certain positions, taking baths, things like that that do help. But today, I don't know why it got so bad. It started last night, and then I woke up this morning. It was still really bad. And on top of all that pelvic pain, I had a pretty severe migraine. And so I did take a pain medication that my doctor had prescribed for me during this pregnancy. It's basically Tylenol mixed with caffeine, and I think there's one other thing in there. And then I did the Miles circuit. I talked about this in my 35 week, and it helped the baby flip. And I don't know if baby got in a bad position this week or what, but that did seem to help. And pretty much just been sitting on a yoga ball all day. In fact, it's literally sitting here right next to me because I'm going to be right back on it as soon as I finish this video. But being on a yoga ball, leaning over, is what's helped that pelvic pain the most. But what's interesting about all of this is that mentally, I feel so much better today. And it is mind-blowing to me how much worse I would say I felt earlier this week than I did today. And earlier this week, physically, I wasn't in as much pain as I was today. And yet mentally, I was coping with it better. I was getting out of my own head. I was looking at things logically and seeing, okay, here's the situation. Here's what I'm going to do about it. It's not the end of the world. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I wasn't feeling anxiety about it. I just let myself feel the physical pain. And I go into details about how I do this in my course, Chronicle Me, if you're interested in how I do this. But it is a constant battle. And I'm definitely not perfect at it, as you can tell. I still have panic attacks. I still have breakdowns. But I know how to get through it. And I know how to bring myself back out of the other side. And that's what I did this week. And it's crazy because today was so much better of a day, even though I feel like I could hardly move because I was in so much pain with my pelvic pain and my migraine. Pretty crazy. And a few other things that have been going on this week. I have a doctor's appointment every single week right now, which is nice because it makes time kind of go by a little bit faster. It feels like I'm just having appointments so fast. When at the beginning they're once a month, now we're down to every single week. This week the appointment was pretty quick and easy. There wasn't anything big. We didn't do an ultrasound. I also didn't get a cervix check this week. Last week I was 0.5 centimeter dilated. My doctor asked me if I wanted one and I said, you know what? No, let's just wait till next week. I don't feel like anything big has happened. Also, as for cravings, you guys, I've been craving orange juice the past couple weeks. Like, you would not believe. I cannot stop thinking about orange juice. And it has to be simply orange juice. I've also been craving just kind of any sweet drinks. I've been doing lots of smoothies. They do not feel so good on my stomach because I have a lot of GI issues, but at least they're curbing my cravings. And you know, it might be a lot of sugar, but it's healthier than what I used to crave, which was donuts. This is my third baby. I've had a girl before. This is a girl. So we have most of the big stuff we need. I did have some of you ask me if you could get me anything, which is the sweetest thing ever. And it seriously makes my day. Every time somebody asks me for my registry, I will link it down below because there's definitely a few things that we need. So next week, I'm hoping to start getting that stuff ready. Let me know, what week do you start getting stuff ready for the baby? I feel like my last two, I started at like 34 weeks because I was just so excited. This time with 2 kids and being exhausted, I've kind of pushed it off a little bit, but I think we still have time, hopefully. Unless she comes tonight, then surprise. Anyway, you guys, I had a few of you tell me you want me to do a birth vlog, so I'm planning on it. Let's do it. Let's do a birth vlog this time. You can see what it's like to give birth with my multiple chronic illnesses, and we'll see. Maybe it's an induction. Maybe I go naturally. Maybe I get an epidural. Maybe I don't. We're just going to have to see what happens. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we only have a couple more of these updates, and then it will be the birth vlog. But thank you for joining me today. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.